they're going to have to comply with what's on the recorded documents as well.
I think you guys have done a great job. We appreciate his quality development. I'm completely comfortable with what you're asking. I don't see any reason to hold his feet to the fire for something that may or may not occur in the future. So.
Thanks.
Betty, push your microphone down so that it records. Your microphone's kind of high, so it's not going to
Okay.
There.
I just asked Ralph if he wanted to reword his motion according to the way that Gary had recommended.
Know that I move to approve the variance from Article 6B of the Town of Farragut subdivision regulations, which will relieve the walking trail letter of credit requirement for the Campbell Station Exchange final plat.
Have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Discussion and public hearing of a site plan for the 3-Minute Magic Car Wash, 11133 Kingston Pike, parcel 129, tax map 143. Approximately 5 acres, zone C-1, B-1, and floodplain. Rooney Land Development, LLC, Jim Rooney, applicant.
Packets is the aerial photograph, some of the site plan information, the letters to the applicant, and then at your places is the recommendation for approval of the 3-Minute Magic car wash. This is actually the reoccupancy and slight redesign of what used to be the Caliber car wash, which is located between the Blockbuster Video and the Rouse Construction Building, where that is located at. And they are removing the canopy that is in front of the building. In the rear of the building, they are adding some equipment room. An equipment room that's in the back here. This addition meets all of our setback requirements. And then in the front, where they're taking out the canopy, they're actually adding some landscape islands and here to direct the traffic. When you enter the facility, you go around. And if you choose not to go through the pay station, you can go around the pay station to exit. But otherwise, you will go into the facility, come out, come through here. This is where the vacuums are going to be. And then you can go through the detailing, again, and then exit also that way. What is at your place this evening with the staff recommendation is items 1 through 10, number 10 being meet all town requirements. The issue that's primarily before you, the other ones are fairly minor with regards to defining this color sagebrush. I love this thing. Defining the sagebrush color, that is just with regards to the screening of the HVAC systems to verify that they are, that color does blend. I'm not really sure what color sagebrush is. The minimum clear zone width on all sidewalks is 5 feet. Light fixture B does not comply. They would just need to resubmit a different fixture detail. Their plans show neon lighting around the building. There is a requirement in the sign ordinance, so they just need to verify that that meets that. Prior to the issuance of any permits, back when this was Caliber Car Wash, there was some illegal removal of trees, and so those will have to be either planted or issue the town a letter of credit for the replanting of these trees. That will be the property owner who is not the developer, just to clarify from your all's part. Item 7 is the issue before you primarily. That is up to you on how you want to handle it. The applicant is wishing to keep both entrances, and the staff is recommending that the eastern entrance be removed. Not really sure what happened to this aerial photograph because it skewed it and took letters off of it, and we kind of find that interesting when that it could be scanned and do it selectively. But as you can see, here is Loudon Drive, and here is the exit, the entrance that staff is recommending be closed. That correlates with this entrance, and on the site plan with this entrance. That would leave this entrance where they are actually constructing a deceleration lane. There's not adequate room here for the deceleration lane for this entrance right here. And that just, and we are recommending that be removed. That is really your call this evening, and I know Mr. Rooney is here and his designer is here. At least I saw them. Where did they go? There they are. To answer any questions that you may have, but we are recommending approval of subject to items 1 through 10, with number 7 being removing that entrance.
I'm Rusty Baxa with Land Development Solutions, and we're the designers of the site. Jim Rooney is here to answer any questions, and also Brian Ewers, the architect on the building. And really on this entrance, Jim has got, can basically describe much better than I can the need for that. But we have met with TDOT just this week, and we've been talking with them, and we feel like we can work out a reason to keep that thing open for everybody. But let me let Jim talk and tell you about why that entrance is important to his operation.
Hello, everybody. You saw Ruth's drawing.
Will you tell us, please, who you are and give us a business address, please?
My name is Jim Rooney. Business address is 300 Simmons Road, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37922. You saw Ruth's drawing how complex the traffic flow pattern is on that property. Traffic flow is a critical element to the success of our plan. Keeping our cars moving forward as opposed to backwards, it creates a lot of efficiencies for us. You may have seen some of our other sites where we have pretty high volume on certain days. And we have oftentimes customers that get disoriented. And they bring themselves into the car wash and they shouldn't be there. They'll show up with boats, they'll show up with trailers, they'll show up with bike racks, landscaping trailers behind them, all sorts of things. Or they'll just show up and they'll find a line that's a little bit too long for them and they want out. So having the east exit available for our customers who are in the wrong place at the wrong time to leave is important to our traffic flow. So from a customer perspective, we want to make sure that somebody can get in and then get back out if they want to without causing too much disruption in our business. And then from a supplier standpoint, we often have supplying trucks that arrive to our property that bring large quantities of chemicals. They bring steel, they bring motors, they bring pumps, and they need a place to come in off of Kingston Pike and park and then exit safely. So if we have them coming in and they cannot get out and they have to go in reverse and cause disruption to our flow, we will have a backup out on Kingston Pike pretty quickly. When customers want their cars washed after a snow day, they will slow down and wait in long lines, and a traffic jam could cause an issue out on the pike. We don't want that for our residents. We don't want that for our business.
For clarifications, I don't think I made this real clear when I was pointing this out. These are actually not physical barriers. This area through here, these are just striping. So this area through here is unobstructed pavement through here. Just so you're aware of that with regards to possible turnaround areas. And also this area through here also.
Bernie, is this the same branded car washes over on Level Road behind Pilot? There's only one exit there. Have you had problems with that?
Yes, we have significant problems. People will find themselves in that drive and they shouldn't be there. And we have to back them out along with the traffic out onto Simmons Road, which is the side road behind Level Road there, the little side road. And fortunately, it's just a side road that's probably 250 feet long, so we don't have much traffic. The main traffic there is for our car wash and for the office complex behind the car wash, so we don't have issues. Here, we have a different scenario. If we have to back vehicles out, it's going to directly impact the flow in Kingston Pike, and rapidly.
Jim, on that outside lane, doesn't one of your customers have the option just to go all the way around?
They do, assuming their vehicles fit. The turning radiuses won't take trailers, commercial trucks. We can't, if you can imagine, I'm going to say we're going to probably be able to stack from our auto cashiers, probably be able to stack 35 cars before we reach the entrance. Perhaps even greater number than that, perhaps closer to 40. And if we have a vehicle in the middle of that who is just doesn't belong there, and they need to get out of line, we want to give them a quick escape option. But we don't know how big a truck can get around behind that building and past our auto cashiers.
I bet your engineer can figure that out. I mean, obviously, a 52-foot tractor trailer is probably not going to make it. Probably if there's a concern that I have, and it has more to do with Kingston Pike traffic flow and less to do with your traffic backup, but I'm thinking about a left turn on Loudon Road and then a left turn out of your facility, out of your east entrance at the same time, and everybody trying to get in that center lane at the same time. And that's what's there today, and unfortunately, just because things are there today doesn't necessarily mean they're the best way it was planned. Do you think, am I off base?
No, that is why staff is recommending that entrance be eliminated, is because of that center turn lane head-on collision conflict.
Well, let me ask you this. As an alternative, what about a right-in, right-out, and he could have both entrances? He could have his main entrance, and then on his east entrance, you could have a right-in, right-out, and that would eliminate that center turn lane conflict, even though I know occasionally people still use those right-in, right-outs. But if they're designed sharp enough, it at least discourages most of them.
That is better. If you look across the road, for example, this is a right-in, right-out. I'm not marking on here because it tends to come back on me, so. But that is a right-in, right-out.
I don't understand how, if one of these vehicles comes in the east entrance, how it helps them to get out when they were.
They could get, what he's saying is they pull in here, they see it's busy, then they can go out here and go in and get back out on Kingston Pike.
Oh, back this way.
Mm-hmm. One of staff's other concerns is that because there is not a deceleration lane in this area, that people won't, if they're coming this way, they won't wait to come into this entrance here. They will come in here. And because there isn't an adequate deceleration, that this is a 180 turn, and that will require them to come to pretty close to a complete stop on Kingston Pike to make that turn, and then you get the slowed vehicles